Hi, Merelda. How are you?
I don't know. I went looking for your father's ashes so we could spread them. They weren't there.
Doesn't mean we can't still have a memorial for him.
No, the vase wasn't there. And it's strange, now that I'm trying to remember some things you've said. I wonder, I don't know if the vase was ever there. I'm not sure what's happening anymore.
That's actually a good sign.
That I have a knack for losing stuff.
That you're realizing, well, what you thought was true isn't.
A vase?
Why is it so important?
Your dad, of course. He died. But I already knew that.
How did he die?
You were hurt. And?
I was? How? This is important.
No. I don't want to remember that day.
Whatever it is, I'm right here. It's okay. Just let it out.
Even if it almost killed me?
Except it didn't. You're still here. You're strong. What happened?
It was a warm day. Freemark was hot that time of year. You were playing with your father, pretending you were a javelin pilot. He was roaring like an Ursix, chasing you. You were so young. Your little legs scampering around, so happy. But then...
It's okay.
The sirens started. Gunfire was everywhere. Someone shouted, "The Dominion are here." Then the explosions. I heard you scream. Ran over. Your father was bleeding, but you were under the rubble. Piles of concrete. I tried lifting it, but it was too heavy. You were yelling, "Daddy's hurt, help Daddy." I pulled him away. Then there was another explosion. The rubble collapsed, but you
can do this.
You died. My brave little boy. You were supposed to grow up and be a freelancer. Fall in love. Become a man. But you never did. Because I couldn't save you. Can you ever forgive me?
It's better if you forgive yourself.
How can I? Your father. He died the next day. They took him away. I never got to bury him. Or you.
None of it was your fault.
But I loved them. So much.
They wouldn't want you to blame yourself. They'd want you to be happy again. Can you do that?
I think so. Yes. But you're not Kyler, are you?
No, just a freelancer who reminds you of him.
You are everything I'd hoped you'd become. There's a mother out there lucky to have you as a son. What you've done for me, you saved me.
I just gave you a little nudge. You saved yourself.
My thanks could never be enough, but thank you.
Be well. Take care of yourself.
You can't be serious.
It's in the agent's report. There were eyewitnesses. Frankly, I'm more concerned about the Luminary's intentions with the construct. There's already too many scars in Bastion. If they use Shaper relics to create an army...
We're screwed.
Blunt, but accurate.
That Yarrow. Kinda has an obsession with Fortuo brew, doesn't he? Tells fantastic stories, though. Sorry about that whole thing with Owen. We were so distracted by our own problems, we only just heard. What's up? Lady Cardia and Commander Vool, huh? The gossip's everywhere. For Tarsis' power couple. That Vool. There's always something about a man in uniform, isn't there?
Nadira?
Freelancer. My husband Leighton mentioned you saw him again.
We spoke. He told me about his past, what he did for the Dominion.
Pretty bad, I'm guessing.
It was, but he regrets all the pain he caused.
He still feels it. I don't know how to make it go away.
He talked about someone named Aurora. I think it's a woman he knew. Something bad happened to her.
Aurora?
That rings a bell?
I've seen the name. A briefing on an old Dominion operation. Details were sketchy. I'm trying to remember. I think it was called Prism Tacit. That was their code name for it.
Do you think Leighton was involved?
He must have been. But if I ask him, it'll get messy. I'm his wife now, not his debriefing agent. There's too much emotion involved.
That just means you care. Leighton's lucky he found you.
Who knew spying was the easy part? His marriage that takes training.
Can't help you there.
You've already done more than you had to. I appreciate it. We both do.
When I see Leighton again, I'll ask him about this Prism Tacit.
Thank you.
Hey, you know how Karila had that package and then I accidentally killed that guy and you told me to go to the authorities?
Yeah?
So I told the Sentinels everything, and at first they were not super understanding. Their commander, Vool, thought I was some kind of vicious killer, but after interrogating me, he finally realized I wasn't. I'm in the clear now, but they'd sure like to speak with Karila.
I'll bet they would. Did you give them the package?
I sure did. That thing caused a lot of trouble.
Did you ever find out what was inside?
It was Ember.
The package was filled with Ember?
Must have been worth a lot of money. Crazy what people do for Ember, huh? I just hope Karila will be okay.
I don't know. She was mixed up with some bad people.
I'm sure gonna miss her, but I won't miss all the action. Although, this experience might be good for my acting.
Maybe. Who knows?
Can I get you something?
You know it.
damn it.
What's wrong?
This? Listen.
Perhaps you could reconsider the teaching position. I just want you to be safe, Ducky.
My father died in a storm. Mother thinks I'll end up the same. She hates what I do. I dread her messages. They're always the same. Tears, pleading.
She might need more time to get used to your job.
It's been 3 years and about 30 messages.
Or maybe not.
I've talked to her about my work, tried to get her interested. No luck.
Would teaching really be so bad?
I'm not sure. I'd be decent at it. People say I'm good at explaining things, and shaping young minds does have its appeal. But how could I leave all this? You're a Lancer. Something must drive you to risk yourself out there day after day, same as me.
What I do is important, and worth the risk.
Then you understand what it's like to commit yourself to something you really believe in. I'm afraid I'll regret leaving. Or miss out on some great discovery.
Are you going to let fear drive your decisions?
Fear? But I face death all the time.
There's more than one kind of courage.
You're saying fieldwork is the safe choice?
It's the one you know.
That's completely backward and sensible. Maybe what requires more courage right now is being there for my mother. I have a lot to think about, and I should see if that teaching position's still open. Check with me soon.